So you have a lateral in your sights who's passed the gauntlet and is ready to receive and hopefully accept your offer. But you find out that another firm has passed you in terms of movement and has already given him an offer. What should you do? How can you outmaneuver that other firm and make sure that this shiny new prospect chooses you over them? Well, at the end of the day, remember that people are going to do what's in their own best interest. But there are certain action steps you can take to give your firm an edge. Here are a few ideas. Now remember that people hate to be manipulated or pressured, but they're fine with being led. We can lead them to conclusions that benefit them through a line of questions. Tip number 1, when you do this, always converge multiple variables that your firm possesses and triangulate how they give lift to your prospect. It has to be more than one solid reason as to why your firm will benefit your prospects. For example, I had a candidate who received a substantially larger offer than what my client could offer. I asked him to consider the distinct attributes of my client because I knew that these specific variables, including geographic focus, bench strength, and practice areas that could feed him significantly, and even some gaps that he filled in my client's office, all of that would converge into a substantial opportunity that in just a few years would eclipse the higher base of the other option he was considering. 2, show how this candidate solves a key strategic problem. In going through this argument, you can show how this candidate can grow in significance. Everyone wants to be wanted. Remember that this is always an emotional decision, not an intellectual one. Of course, the infrastructure of opportunity has to be there, but beyond that, you can gain an advantage with emotional appeal. And obviously it has to be sincere, but you need to look at your firm and this potential placement through the lens of significance. And ask yourself specifically how this candidate can grow in significance in your firm and convey this. Sometimes this one attribute is enough to give lift to your potential placement. Number 3, if this is a congruent argument, then you can continue down this line of significance and show evidence that the idea of this candidate joining your firm solves long-term problems. For example, another client sent an email to me to send to my candidate, and the email was a firm-wide message from the chairman stating how his sub-niche was a new strategic focus for the firm. The email was from a few months ago, prior to the candidate even being submitted to this firm. So this gave assurance that his very practice was clearly a priority in the firm. It was just one more credible morsel of truth that gave him the confidence to accept my client's offer. Number 4, share specifically how your partners want this candidate. Forward a few quotes from your partners as to their interest in this candidate. We need Joe, and I'd personally love to have him. I can't see us doing better than Joe. He'd be a great addition. Yes, ask your partners who have rapport with your candidate to send you short phrases on their thoughts of this potential hire, and copy and paste a few of those in an email in bullet form and send that to your prospect. Like I said before, people want to be wanted, and I hope that these small ideas result in a big difference in your odds of winning over that new prospective lateral.